Okay, Pops, we are back, and
Yes.
we've got the magic pencil in your hands. Here's what
Yes.
we're going to do today.
Yes.
Back on the YA
Magic.
community forum,
Yeah.
all sorts of deals are sent to us and asked to get reviewed. Got it up on the iPad for you. This comes by way of John. Let me read you his post and then mark up this lease worksheet. How's that sound? Or this
okay.
deal worksheet.
Yeah, because from what I can see, it's what we call in the business an A and B pencil. It's a purchase and lease worksheet.
A and B. Hi, YA community. Recently, I visited 3 dealers in our area, Mid-Coast, Maine, looking at the possibility of leasing either a Honda, Toyota, or Subaru. I am leaning towards the 2022 Outback Premium, Subaru Outback Premium. The car will be shipped probably sometime in January. Can I get some feedback on the lease being offered to me? Here's the information that the dealer provided at my request. The residual value is 61%. The money factor is 0.00185. Now, Pops, we have some responses on the community forum. Before we go to those, I want to
Yes.
see how, when you get a worksheet like this, an
Yes.
A and B pencil,
Yes.
what are you looking at first, and how do you start to break this down?
Well, if you're the dealer, if you're the sales manager, you want to present the customer with whatever payment options that are most comfortable. And that's why you present them with an A or B pencil. Okay, so you can see the payments if you want to purchase it for 48 months, 60 months, and 72 months. Okay, so I was going to undo that. Oh, you hit that right there. Oh my God, my God, look at the skills I'm developing. So, so you want to show them the various months and payments that are available to them. For instance, if somebody says, "I don't want to put any money down,"
Yep.
but I'm looking for a cheap payment. Well, there's a couple ways that we can accommodate you, and one of the ways is they're going to sell you on 72-month financing because it's the longest term. Although, don't be surprised if at some point they go, if you needed extended terms to 84 months, we can see
do
what
that
we
too,
can do.
yeah.
Okay, and so with 0 down, the payment at 72 months is going to be $514.
Okay.
Now, at the end of the 72 months, you owe nothing and you own this vehicle. Or if you say to yourself, I'd like to have a cheaper payment, which is what the sales manager is trying to figure out, what's most important to you. The customer would go, well, I really like the $483 payment. And the salesperson is going to say, here's the great news. That's half the allotted time as that 72-month note. So in 3 years, you're done. Okay, you have options. And in 3 years, would you prefer to have options or obligations? And at the end of 3 years on the lease, your options are you can turn the vehicle back in, you can buy the car for the residual value, and if the residual value is considerably less than the market value, well, that's yours. Or you could trade it in and move on to the next one.
And we know from John did the right thing. He asked for the residual value.
Yes,
61%.
which is 61%, which I think is probably a little low for what it's going to be 3 years.
And let's
from
just
now.
explain briefly. Residual value is going to be, it's the prescribed value. It doesn't change. You can't negotiate it.
No.
It's what the leasing company says the vehicle is going to be worth at the end of the term.
3 years.
So they're saying it's going to be 61%
of the original MSRP. Now, the original MSRP is $30,680.
Yep.
So you times that by 61%.
And that gives you your lease payoff at the end of the lease, the residual value.
That will tell you what the guaranteed future price of that vehicle is at the end of the lease.
Okay.
Okay. So the reason they do the A and B pencil is to really convert you just to a payment. What's the best? Now, you'll notice that they show terms of 0 down, 1,000 down, and 5,000 down. If you do a lease, do not do more than 0 down. And the reason
which would mean don't put any money down is another way to phrase it. Yeah.
And the reason I say that is if, God forbid, anything happens to the vehicle, whatever cash you put down on a lease is lost forever. Okay, all you did was you made the purchase price to the lending institution less for them so that you could have a cheaper car payment.
That makes sense.
But if you total the car or if a tree falls on it and it becomes a total loss, that money is lost to you. One of the things that Ken might want to do is we might want to see if there's any opportunity to work off of that MSRP, because I didn't see anywhere in there on this where they show any type of discount.
Yep.
So you'll see that the retail value is $30,680. The trade difference is $30,680. So they haven't discounted the vehicle at all, which actually in today's world is probably a win.
Yeah, honestly,
especially on a Subaru.
a 2022 Subaru Outback. There's none of them out there.
Yeah,
So
which is Subarus are typically at about a 4 or 5 day inventory supply nationwide. I don't see any packages or anything that have been added. The only thing that there is the dock fee, which is $479. And as you can see, that gets added into your sales subtotal. So what that means is the dock fee is a taxable item. I happen to be wearing my, if it's taxable, it's negotiable. So the dock fee can be negotiated. Now, I would suspect in today's market that the dealer would hold firm on that and not discount the vehicle because they're not overcharging for the vehicle to start with. So, but that's what you're looking at when you're looking at an AB pencil. The dealership is just trying to figure out where you want to be payment-wise. Now, in reality, the way that you really want to do it is you want to negotiate if you're going to lease it, you want to negotiate the selling price. So you want to see if you can get some type of discount off of the selling price. That will impact the payment.
And let's talk about the other pieces that impact a lease payment, because that's what John is interested in doing. He's interested in leasing.
Yes.
So he's not going to get distracted by the AB pencil. Great, I'm focused on the lease.
Yes.
Looking at just a lease payment honestly doesn't really tell you that much, right? Because a lease payment's constructed out of 3 pieces, correct?
The selling price.
Three.
The selling price, the residual value, and the money factor. Okay. Now the money factor being 0.00185. I don't have a calculator in front of me.
We can do the math.
And so in order to extrapolate out what that money factor is approximately equal to as an annual percentage rate, you would take that 0.00, take 0.00185. Well, let me write it there. 20 times 2,400. And that would give you...
It's going to give you 4.44%.
So the approximate annual percentage rate on this lease is 4.44%. Seems a tad high, but not outrageously high.
Well, now let's actually go. So this is where the community forum becomes super helpful.
Yes.
But actually, before we even jump to that, so again, reiterate, it's the amount of depreciation you're paying for.
Yes.
The selling price of the vehicle, and then the money factor, the interest rate.
The money factor is the interest portion of your lease payment.
Just want to make sure I understand.
Yes.
So we've got Space here. Space is our leasing expert back in the YAA community. He replied back to this post. Let's read through this and then see if maybe we can mark up this deal worksheet a little bit more. Everything seems to check out for a $483 a month with $483 due at signing, 0 down. That is a very strong residual for 15,000 miles. The selling price at MSRP is in line with current offers. The only issue is one that we are seeing from most Subaru dealers, a marked up money factor.
Mm-hmm.
The base money factor from Subaru Financial this month is 0.00135. Your quoted rate is 50 basis points higher. Dealerships usually add this as additional profit.
Yes.
It's the maximum percent Subaru allows dealers to mark up their rate. Note that since this is a factory order, your final residual and money factor will be the one published by Subaru Financial in the month the vehicle is delivered. The rates quoted are just provisional so that you can see your monthly. Just be aware that if the dealer increases the money factor by 50 points, it will add approximately $960 in additional cost during the lifetime of the lease. Mm-hmm. If you have Tier 1 credit close to the month the car is scheduled to be delivered, approach the dealer to go through the final lease numbers using that month's published rates, and if needed, negotiate the money factor down to the buy rate. For example, a lease with the base rate at 0.00135 gives you a monthly payment of $455 versus a lease at 0.00185, $482.
I was going to say that the additional markup on the lease factor, the money factor, is going to net the dealer about $1,000 in profit.
There you go.
That's how dealers can make additional money on leases, by increasing the money factor. It's no different than it is on a loan, where you have loan rates and there's a buy rate and a sell rate.
Yep.
The buy rate might be 1.49%, and the sell rate might be 1.99%, which is a 50 basis point markup. And dealers get a cut of that. And on a lease, the same holds true. You can mark up the buy rate so that there's back end profit to be made that the customer knows nothing about.
Exactly. And if you're negotiating a deal like this and you get this A/B pencil from your salesperson or the sales manager, if you don't know to ask for, well, what's the money factor?
Yes.
You're going to be in the dark. And then if you want to know what the buy rate is, your best bet is going to be A, ask them, see if they'll tell you. B, go to the community forum. Ask the community forum. We help hundreds of people every day identify what these money factors are. But on this right here, Pops.
Yes.
On this.
Yes.
It doesn't say anywhere.
No. Well,
you'd have no clue.
Yeah, they normally don't disclose.
Why would you?
Yeah, well, no, because all they want the customer to concentrate on is the payment. Okay, because 94% of all customers.
Wait.
Yeah, I make this up.
95.
94.
It's 94?
I've done studies. 94% of all customers are payment buyers.
Yep.
All they're concerned with is what that monthly payment's going to be. And that's what the dealer wants you to concentrate on. They don't want you to concentrate on residual or money factors.
Yep.
I'm going to sneeze. I am. Or not. I talked myself out of it. There you have it.
All right, so here's the deal. If you want to get your deal reviewed, post it back on the YA community forum. We'll pull down more of them. Make sure your personal info isn't in them, and we'll make more videos. We'll put them on the iPad. We'll get my dad to pencil them for you. This is so cool. You used to pencil deals at the dealership.
Yes.
Now you're penciling deals for YA.
Well, actually, the terminology in the dealership is to pencil a deal. But actually, we would always do it with a Sharpie. Okay, now I am going over deals, and I am actually using a magic pencil. Okay, and had I sent this out to you, there would have been a smiley face. Okay, and which one of these works best for you?
I want to see you sign this deal up. I want to see a Ray Shepska signature on here saying, you got your deal. Penciled. There you go. The pencil went down when it perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Thanks for doing that, Pops.
My pleasure.